and welcome to Week 7, Proteins and Fats. Before we dive into this week's content, I'd like you to think back and reflect on your progress so far. Have you been tracking your food and exercise daily? Have you found a support system? Everything that you're learning in this program will help you build those healthy habits to be successful in the long run. Our first topic is protein. Why is it so important? Protein exists in every cell of your body as a major part of the skin, muscles, organs, and glands. This macronutrient is crucial in helping your body grow and repair, as well as strengthen your immune system.
Protein needs can vary based on gender and activity level. There are 4 calories per gram of protein. It's recommended that 10 to 35% of your daily caloric intake is from protein sources. So think back to weeks 2 and 3 when you calculated your goals for your daily calorie intake. If your goal was 2,000 calories a day, you should aim for 200 to 700 calories coming from protein. That's approximately 50 to 175 grams of protein per day.
Remember to split up your protein intake throughout the day. Your body can only absorb so much protein at one time. So if you were to drink a 40-gram protein shake, your body will only absorb 15 to 30 grams of that, and then the rest will be excreted or stored as fat in the body.
Meeting your protein needs is easily achieved from eating a variety of foods. Protein from food comes from plant and animal sources such as meat and fish, eggs, dairy products, seeds and nuts, and legumes like beans and lentils.
Think about what food sources give you your protein each day. While a protein powder or bar may be a quick way to get your protein in, some of these can be packed with extra sugars and calories that you don't need. Try getting your protein from natural food sources. This way you can get the added benefits of vitamins and nutrients.
Our next topic for this week is fats. There's more than one kind of fat out there, and not all fats are bad for you. Let's talk about each type and if they are necessary to your diet.
Fat is a major energy source in our body, and it aids in transporting and absorbing vitamins. Fat protects your organs and allows your body to grow and develop properly.
Let's take a look at saturated fat. The body produces saturated fatty acids, so they are not essential to our diet. Increased consumption of saturated fats is associated with an increased risk for cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes, and also increased total blood cholesterol and low-density lipoprotein, or LDL. Milk, butter, cheese, and meats are examples of foods that contain saturated fats. It is okay to keep these in your diet because they do contain necessary vitamins and minerals, but remember to consume them in moderation. Next up are trans fats. Trans fatty acids are not crucial to our bodily functions and have not been found to have any health benefits. Increased consumption is associated with an increased risk for cardiovascular disease, increased LDL, more so than saturated fats, and a decrease in healthy high-density lipoprotein cholesterol. You can find trans fat on nutrition labels underneath total fat. Our last type of fat is unsaturated fats, or healthy fats. When consumed in moderation, according to the serving size, both forms of dietary unsaturated fats are found to improve blood pressure and blood cholesterol levels, decrease risk for cardiovascular disease, and decrease risk of type 2 diabetes and the risk of heart disease. Here are a few examples of unsaturated fat sources: avocados, fatty fish, coconut, soybean, or safflower oil, raw nuts, seeds, olives, and peanut butter. There are 9 calories per gram of fat, whereas carbohydrates and protein only have 4 calories per gram of fat. It's suggested that 20 to 35% of daily caloric intake be from fat sources. Due to the effects on cholesterol, keep saturated and trans fat consumption low. Remember, a completely fat-free diet is not recommended. Fat is necessary to major bodily functions.
Evaluate the types of fat in your diet. Try replacing one saturated fat source with an unsaturated fat source in your next meal. Now, I do have a few action items for you this week. The first is to evaluate your diet. Think about the protein and fat sources that you have in your meals. See if you can make any healthy swaps. Maybe switching from a red meat to a leaner meat, or switching from a saturated fat source to an unsaturated fat source. The second is I'd like you to take a look at the attachment on this post with our healthy eating guide. I've linked a few different resources that you may not have been aware of. Next, I'd like you to complete the weekly suggested workouts. I've got 1 cardio, 1 strength, and 1 yoga workout for you. And then lastly, remember to keep engaging in the community and have fun. Hope you had a great week, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you.